Hello YouTube fam. Today we're playing Bant soldiers in Brothers War Standard. The Brothers War provided some key soldiers which give the soldier archetype a pretty big shot in the arm. I'm sure you've seen now that the format's been out for a couple of weeks. A lot of soldier decks have popped up. This one is leaning in the Bant direction. Take advantage of some really powerful non-Brothers War cards, but let's go over the Brothers War cards first. Harbin is a 2-mana 3/2 flying, which is just great creature on its face, and then gives you a big bonus when you attack with 5 or more soldiers, but that doesn't happen too often. But if it's a board stall or something like that, it really helps you get that damage through. We also have Spectrum Sentinel and Yoshin Frontliners. They're both 1 mana, 1 power attackers that have some small benefits otherwise. And then Sky Strike Officer, which is one of the big power creatures in this card. It's like kind of like Crypt Breaker, which is a zombie card from many moons ago, but in soldier form. So that's, I think, one of its most relevant portions of the text box is tap 3, untap soldiers you control, and draw a card. Also, it's a 3-mana 2/3 flying, not bad stats, and whenever it attacks, create a colorless soldier artifact creature token that's a 1/1. The powerful cards we're leveraging from other sets are Torrens for Fist of the Angels. When you cast a creature spell, which coincidentally every spell in our deck is a creature spell, create a 1/1 green and white human soldier token with training. And King Darien, XLVIII. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. So that's a huge buff. That's a buff to everybody. Similar to Valiant Veteran, it's a Lord for this deck. And then you can pay mana to mana sink to put a +1/+1 counter on and create soldier creature tokens. And if you sacrifice it, you can give creature tokens you control hexproof and it's just indestructible until end of turn. That probably won't come up too often. So shout out to Jaw for submitting this deck. They have submitted many decks to his channel, and if you would like to see your deck featured on the channel, just like Jaw sees their deck featured on the channel, please submit it in the Google form down below or in the comments. Thank you so much. Let's get into the video. Okay, our opponent has kept 7 cards, but we have quite a few lands in hand here, plus a green mana to cast one of our cards. I think we're going to mulligan this one. Get something a little more aggressive. This is more aggressive. It's very painful, though, but we can cast everything, so I think we'll play it. And what to put back? Man, Brulacothar could be bad against a control deck, but it's really good against creature decks. I mean, these cards are all good. Kind of want to put back a land and try to draw one. I think I will, considering these lands are so painful anyway. See if we can't get a good, not painful land so we can play tapped on turn 1. Fix our mana a bit. Not the case. So they're winning on turn 2. Misery Shadow, okay. You have creatures. And I think we're gonna, just pass, play this Resolute Reinforcements. And then play this King Darien if we can. Bankbuster, sure. Did they play a land? They did not play a land. Hopefully we draw a land here. No, we did not draw a land. Yeah, painful mana base here. Painful mana base. Yikes. Okay, they have a go for the throat for us. They're going to get him with their shadow, or they could leave it back to block with his Bankbuster. Looks like they're going to leave it back to block. Means we're just going to play another Harbin and pass. Take our damage to do so. Not feeling in a good spot right now. Not feeling in a good spot at all. As a human deck, you really want to be in a position of putting a lot of your spells onto the battlefield, and unfortunately in this position we haven't really been able to do so. Okay, we can reveal a soldier. I think we're going to reveal this Brutal Cathar since we're going to cast it. Name this Misery Shadow. Target the Misery Shadow. They could definitely give it +1/+1 and then crew up the Bankbuster, or they could just crew up the Bankbuster with both of these. Or they could draw a card. That's fair too. Gonna get their Shadow here. It's gonna let us attack. Next turn, question is if we're going to... Oh, they block with their Sleeper. Okay. Do they have removal for this Cathar? My guess is they do, but we'll see. Underdog. Okay, that can crew a Bankbuster. And Knight. That cannot, but the Underdog already can. He's going to be getting in with a Harbin then. So the question is, do we want to set up with like Sky Strike Officer and start drawing cards? So we can hit more lands. So double spell next turn. I think we do. We're going to attack with this 3/2. And then we're just going to set up with this Sky Strike Officer. We could make our opponent dump mana into tapping, or sorry, into plus their creature. That would be pretty big. We'll see though. See what they do. Obviously, our goal is to tap 3 and tap soldiers you control and draw a card. Immediately, all these are soldiers that are untapped. I'm going to draw with a Bankbuster. Must be looking for a land. They found it. They have a Liliana. Sure. So if they make us sack a creature, we're going to draw a card. Discard a card. Sure. I think this Torrens is going to take too long to set up. So I think we're going out with the Torrens. Because King Darien, Siege Veteran, and can plus our creatures immediately this turn, and then Yotian Frontliner can be a double spell for us. Whereas this Torrens is, it's not going to be a great spell next turn, I don't believe. Obviously it can make a 1/1, but we're looking to make one with the Sky Strike Officer. Let's go to Graveyard Trespasser, okay. Not a bad one, actually. Okay, tap these 3, draw a card. Pretty powerful effect in your soldier deck. A land is not bad. And we have a Thalia, which is not bad either. We play King Darien. Play King Darien, we can get in for a much bigger attack. And I think that's just what we have to do at this point. So yeah, we'll play King Darien. We're not that scared of Invoke Despair right now. I think we are going to kill this Liliana, though. This is going to leave us the ability to keep up some soldiers, to draw some cards with the Sky Strike Officer. They can't crew. They could block if they want. Okay, you can crew, but it's tapped. Okay. And that's the game. Alrighty. Soldiers getting it done in game 1. On to the next one. Okay, we're going first, and this hand has all our colors of mana and a reasonable curve, so I think we're gonna keep. Gonna lead on this Hadakar Wastes. Or mulligans. Never come on with this cock, okay. We are gonna do some damage with our mana base, but that's okay. Opponent's pretty incentivized to play creature here. Adversary, yep. We're in an old-fashioned race now. But this is a race that we could potentially win. Yeah, I think we're just going to take our turn here to get this adversary so we can get the counter off of it. And get some damage in the meantime. Next turn we have this Valiant Veteran, plus we can double spell if we draw something. That's why I didn't really want to play it this turn. Lightning Strike, sure. See if our opponent commits to fully going in or not. They do. You have a Maya Coast. And I think we're just going to get it, play the Veteran and get in here. Hitting pretty hard. Swift Spear, sure. And they don't have enough. Stuck on lands and mulligans. GG's. On to the next one. Okay, we're back. We're again going first. No 2-drop though, but this hand is powerful. I think we should keep this. We can turn one this fortified beachhead and then never have to take any more pain, which could be nice. See if our opponent mulligans or not. And reveal our turn 1 spell. So as to not give away as much information as possible. See what our opponent's on. A nice little fish here. Holographic fish right there. White, and that was a good draw. That was a good draw. There's the reinforcement. Something to do in turn 2. Green white over there, huh? Okay. I think we want to start getting more damage down. Playing the Siege Veteran. I think we'll put the +1/+1 on the red blue reinforcements. We want them to have to kill our real creatures so that they get the non-token creature bonus. That is a-okay. We're gonna block the soldier just in case they have Sarah Paragon. And wow, people cannot beat the beatdown. Alrighty, Azorius Soldiers, another W. Nice. Wow, we're having good luck going first today. And this hand has turn 2, turn 3. Does not have a green mana, but I don't think we'd find a. We just had this 6-card hand. I think we'd keep it, and probably wouldn't find too many better ones. So we'll keep. And we'll lead on this. Actually, we'll lead on Hadakar Wastes. And we'll play the Ganju next turn is to take no damage, but if we do draw Fortified Beachhead this turn, or Plains, something to play there as well. And yeah, we're just going to get this Harvard onto the battlefield. Want to start with an island. Do they have a Fading Hope for us? They might. Yep, that's fine. Fading Hope. Did trade our 2 mana with their 1 mana, but we'll get rid of our creature. I think we're going to play this Torrens next turn if we draw a green mana, which we did not. So I think we're just going to try to be mana efficient here and play this Siege Veteran. I know it's probably going to get countered, but this lets us double spell next turn and get through this Valiant Veteran. Yeah, kind of expected counter there when it's on mono blue shenanigans. See what they have this turn. Nothing. Okay. Well, we're gonna reveal this Harbin and try to get it through here. I guess they'll counter it, and then we'll play this Valiant Veteran. They didn't counter that, but we definitely have to cast the Veteran this turn. I think they correctly read that that was the test spell, but having a 3/2 flying on the battlefield is never bad. They play a Hot Asian? They do. I think this means we don't... Yeah. I think we're going to get this turn to resolve this Sky Strike Officer. Try to resolve another soldier next turn, and then start drawing cards. Bury our opponent that way. Another Jin. Ugh. Probably means they're getting in here. Did not get in. Yeah, definitely gonna play this Brutal Cathar. And get this Audition. We still can't really attack though, so just about the back, sure. So I think we're gonna be relegated to drawing cards this turn. Oh my goodness. Don't know if we can beat or triple Hadijin. I'm not quite sure we can beat that. That was a smart attack. We definitely would have double blocked this Hadijin, but we're not going to single block that with that one. Alright, see if we can draw a green mana. Dahlia. Dahlia's pretty good. Let's cast it. They're gonna have to cast whatever spell they want to play here in response. Impulse, sure. Obviously, the Hadijin, Thalia. I don't know how that works actually. It's probably a layering thing. Not exactly sure how that works. Go to combat here. Yeah, put a counter on this Harbin. So that way we can attack if need be. Or block if need be. This is definitely troubling for us though. Only having everything in the air and having drawn 3 Jins. And having had to slip out the back to protect it from the Brutal Cathar. Probably isn't good for us. I think we're probably decently favored in the matchup. Probably are doing well in the matchup. Our opponent just has had some nice draws. Surge Engine, huh? Definitely going to attack with a 6/5 if I had to guess. Let's draw a card here. See what we draw. See if it informs whether we want to block or not. King Darien again, huh? Oh, no, I don't think we can block this turn. Yeah, it's just... I feel like we need to draw a Brutal Cathar or something, and from that to have backup, and we don't even draw... Yeah, if they attack with everything, we can't do anything about that. Now, if we attack with everything this turn... Are these all soldiers? They are all soldiers. It would all get +1/+1 in flying. And if we give them all +1/+1, is that lethal? So this would be... This is right now it's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If we give them all +1/+1, to be 17, then this again would be 22. But it'd be predicated on our opponents not blocking. But That's what we gotta do, I think. I give it +1 to this Thalia. They bounce our Harbin, we're in tough shape, but looks like they didn't do that. See how they block. If this is the case, we're definitely going to pop this to try to trade with both of those. And we're going to hope they don't have another instant, or else we die to the Prodigen. Okay, so now, yeah, we're at dodge instant or lose here. Let's see, they have an instant here. The Prodigen becomes a 7/5. Oh, it can't be blocked. I did not know that. Okay. Interesting creature. Very interesting. Didn't even need another instant, but alrighty. Well played by our opponent. Interesting deck. I think if they don't draw quite as many Hodigens, we take that one down. But they did, and that's the reality. GG's though. Okay, so our opponent's going first this time, and this is not a bad hand, so we'll keep. We'll decline to reveal anything on this fortified beachhead. To keep our hands secret. Opponent's on Gala Greeters. Elf Druid. Are we really scared of a 3-mana non-creature here? Probably creature deck. I think there are some 3-mana non-creature spells we are a little scared of. Like Wedding Announcement. So I think we're gonna cast a Thalia here. Blocks our opponent as well. Yeah, I think we're gonna play Torrens this turn to set up a big board next turn with Valiant Veteran plus Resolute Reinforcements. Wandering Emperor, sure. They're gonna make a token. They are. We get some tapped treasures, I assume. +1/+1 counter and tapped treasure. Okay. We attack with the Thalia. They would have to give up at least one Gala Greeters to this Thalia. Or we could just pass some Resolute Reinforcements. Or we could play this Harbin. Harbin's not bad because you have everything flying next turn. Yeah, I think we're going to play a Harbin. It's a tough one. I'm not sure. They could obviously kill the Harbin. We could have played the Resolute Reinforcements and guaranteed more creatures next turn, but I kind of like the Harbin here. Wedding Announcement. Made him pay another for the Thalia too. That's good to note. We're gonna have a big attack at their face next turn though. If we draw a land, it'll be pretty nice. Could give us multiple creatures to leave back. Shaping up to be a pretty good game here. And get some more triggers with their Gala Greeters. Land was a good draw. Gonna play this Siege Veteran or this Officer. Officer could draw cards with the resolute reinforcements. So yeah, I'll play that this turn. And yeah, we'll just attack with a bunch of soldiers. Probably take this Valiant Veteran back. That's still 4. Now it's... Well, they'll all have flying, so... Sure, we'll attack with them all. No downside to attacking with them all. Well, our opponent doesn't have anything, and looks like they're probably dead, so... the power of soldiers in Harbin, Vanguard, Aviator. GG's. And we're back with Bant Soldiers, and overall, the deck performed pretty well. The power parts of the deck did very powerful things. Harbin came in clutch in several games, giving our creatures +1/+1 and flying, the whole lot of them if you had 5 or more soldiers. This card is really good if you're not playing against any Meat Hook Massacres, which coincidentally has been banned from the format for a few months now, but it's also good against no sweepers, which we didn't play against. So if you're not playing against sweepers, this deck is in a pretty good spot. Even against a bunch of 1-for-1 removal spell, you can maybe get around that with resolute reinforcements, and then to give you multiple bodies, and Thalia to slow them down. But overall, the Brothers War the components of this deck were pretty good. These just being 1-mana soldiers were relevant in multiple matchups. Harbin, as we went over, was pretty good. Siege Veteran is sweeper installation, so it gives you fight in those matchups where even if they did have a sweeper, you would have a chance. We really never got to test the power of that part of this card out, considering we, as I said, we didn't face any sweepers. But the +1/+1 counter gives you some extra damage on some of your combat turns. And then Sky Strike Officer was fantastic. Drew us cards in multiple situations. It also just creates a body when it attacks too. It's really a house of a card. It's really one of the reasons you want to play this deck. And then we'll get down to the green element of this deck. Mostly this deck is blue-white. The question is, should you play blue-white? Should you play Bant? Blue-white probably is a more streamlined version. You don't have to take as much pain with your mana base. So if you are feeling like you're playing against a lot of mono red where you're just barely dying due to, in part, your pain lands, and I would think you would probably opt for the more blue-white version. But if you just want more raw power, you would potentially go this way. As King Darian's just another great anthem effect for your deck, and Torrens is just a really great tool going wide. As you can see in that last game we played, it really created a huge board for us, and then you have lots of ways to trigger the training on these 1/1s, even if you have a Wrath, or even if you have a Anthem or Lord on your team, with Harbin, with Siege Veteran, things of that nature. And overall, I had a really fun time playing the deck. I think it's a deck you could really cruise to some easy wins with the ladder. I'm not sure it's better than the blue-white version, but it's definitely fun if you're a blue-white soldier main and you're looking to spice things up a little bit. I think this is a great way to do it. But yeah, until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.